Hey everybody, your friendly math tutor here with the daily SAT challenge, Wednesday, July 1st, 2026. So we have a sector with a central angle measuring this in radians, and then they give us the radius, and we want to know the length of the arc. Okay. There is an arc length formula for when it's in radians, but it really is not taught until like later algebra 2, but usually pre-calc. And it is not a necessary formula. So anybody out there that wants to do it that way, be my guest. I am going to explain it from the perspective of what most students know and what the SAT is actually testing. All right. If you know it the other way, then do it that way. But that's not how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it like this. We know that the circumference of a circle, they give this to you, is 2 pi r. So if I call L the arc length, then what we're going to do is we're going to take whatever our central angle is in degrees, divide it by 360, and then multiply it by the circumference, because then that's the fraction of the full circumference that this arc length is taking up. So what we have to do is take this and convert it to degrees. Now, again, you're taught one way in school, but for the SAT, what I would realize is just that pi itself is 180 degrees. So if you just replace pi with 180, you're doing 2 times 180 over 5, which I believe is 72, but let me just double check. So times 2 divided by 5, yeah. So this gives us 72 degrees. So our arc length is going to be 72 over 360 times 2 pi times 12. So now what I would do is just put in 72 over 360 times 2 times 12. So basically everything except for the pi. And what you end up with is 4.8 pi. Now they tell us the arc length is, or the arc of the sector is c pi. So therefore RC must just be 4.8. So the answer to the problem is 4.8. If you were to put that in fraction form, it'd be 24 over 5, so that would also be an acceptable answer. All right, so again, those of you that understand like S equals R theta, you could have gotten this pretty quickly. But again, that's something that's beyond what most students have learned, and I don't think it's worth adding in like more formulas to know. This one you should just understand. They give you this formula on the test. You modify it for arc length by multiplying it by the angle over 360, and separately, you just need to know that pi is 180 degrees. That's how you convert something from radians to degrees. All right? Hope that helped.